Hey everybody, I'm Tracy again, and I seemingly struck a nerve with the whole crypto banking, getting accounts closed. Now I can't open an account. So here's a real quick one, right? And I spoke last time in my last video about check systems and the function of credit reporting agencies as it relates to your banking health, your ability to open an account. And a lot of people ask me, well, what's this early warning system, right? So, early warning system is sort of like this substitute for check systems, which has been around for a while and has been like the standard bearer for banking credit reporting. And early warning is owned by a consortium of the largest banks in the United States, right? And they use more of like a predictive algorithm, maybe AI driven model to sort of try to identify if you're a high risk of charge off, right? Like, and again, like banking hit or abuse, as it were, like banking history is really tied, right? And your wherewithal to obtain an account is really tied to having accounts go into the negative and then never be repaid, right? Because then there's a debt and they lose money. So, just unlike not unlike a credit card, right? You don't pay the credit card, they lose the money, right? So here's the thing about early warning, right? They own Zelle, like Zelle. Everybody uses Zelle. Here's my advice: don't use Zelle, right? And if you think about it intuitively, it makes sense. Why is Zelle free? Like all the banks, largest banks in the country, own Zelle, but they're giving you money transfer for free. Meanwhile, these asshats charge you $15 a month for the privilege of having $100 in your account. It's insane. They charge you if they have to mail you a statement. They charge you like to deposit a check. They charge you for everything under the sun. But all of a sudden, to transfer money, most of the times outside of their own institution, right, which is deleterious to them, it's free. Why? Why would they give you something for free? Because they don't give you anything else for free. They're complete fucking dicks. They don't give you a single thing for free. But you can transfer money. That's the essential purpose, right, of having a bank account, to transfer money. Now it's free, right? Now I don't have to send a wire for $3,000. I can just Zelle you $3,000. So instead of paying you, $35 for the wire fee, it's free. Well, why? What are you giving them? You're giving them access, early warning system, right? Who owns and operates Zelle, to all of your banking history. It's like this just give and trade, right? I give you everything that's ever happened before and after in my account in exchange for being able to Zelle my babysitter $100. Okay, so think about that trade-off. Well, is that fair? No, it's insane because they're using predictive like AI, they're using algorithms and that, so they can see it. And when you're dealing in crypto, like let's say it's just minor things, right? Like you're trading Coinbase and money goes up, money goes down to and from Coinbase. Well, that predictive model picks that up and all of a sudden you become riskier, right? And then all of a sudden your account gets closed. And as they are a credit reporting agency, you know what they do? They keep track of it, just like check system does. So next time you will get a bank account, you can't get one because early warning system says you're a risk, right? And in my experience, what I've noticed is early warning system is terribly difficult to deal with, probably because it's owned by banks, right? And is very cagey about getting a report. It's very cagey about like responding to inquiries. And it's very cagey about just like basically flaunting every element of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. But again, it's owned by all the banks. So whose side, who's going to win that battle, right? Not you, not me. So the reality is, don't use Zelle. Like opt out of Zelle. You can send them a letter and specifically opt out of Zelle, which I encourage you to do. And use Venmo, right? Everybody's like, oh, but Zelle doesn't send you a 1099. Well, why do you think they don't send you a 1099? Because all the banks own it and they don't want you to get one because then you will be less inclined to use it, right? And just because you get a 1099 for like Venmo from friends doesn't mean it's income. It just means over $600 just reporting things. So what? If it's not profit, then who cares? So at the end of the day, right, instead of, in an effort to save like 75 cents to pay, your friend for like a night out in the town or whatever it is, use Cash App, use Venmo, because all you're doing is giving all your information away into this predictive algorithm that if you have any affiliation with crypto, and they'll never say this, I can only speak from, random experience, you are going to be deemed high risk in a second, right? And from there, once you're in there, you either have to somehow remove yourself from the report and clean up your report, or try to find banks that don't care, right? And the problem is the consortium of banks that own early warning are your largest banks. So you're going to go to like the credit union or whatever, which is fine, but doesn't mean they don't have access to early warning either. They just have to pay for it. So that's my take. Don't use Zelle. They're just stealing your information, probably like everybody else. But that's it. Any questions, hit me up, adamtracy.io. Talk to you next time. Cheers.